Hi everyone. So I was thinking, I've been making these videos for quite a while now, but I haven't really shared too much about myself. So here you go, the extra 47 Q&A. You have the questions, I have the answers. Probably. Let's go. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is actually going to be my first video where I'm not reading from a script, because I'm just going to be looking at the questions and then answering them. So maybe I'll be a little more awkward than usual, but we'll try it out. I think it'll be more fun this way. Okay, so not a question, but Pope Jinx does want us to know that they were first. So, congratulations, I guess. And now for the actual questions. We'll start off with PJ, the Primal Pea Shooter Gaming HQ. Quite the name there. He has a few questions for me. What do you rate this leak? Alright, well I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at here. It appears to be a version of the Angry Birds Star Wars poster, but with like a Luke Skywalker version. And I mean, it looks cool. I don't know if that's like a mod or a game or what, but the art itself, quite nice. What's your opinion on PVZ HD? Well, that's just the mobile port, right? In which case, I'm not really the biggest fan of that. I mean, it's not bad, but definitely not the definitive way to play the game. All the microtransactions and stuff like that really hold it back. And will you ever do Team Fortress 2 Brotherhood of Arms videos? I'm not exactly sure what you mean Brotherhood of Arms videos, but if you mean just like TF2 videos in general, I mean probably not. I used to, but that's a whole nother story. But as of right now, I don't really see myself doing, that many videos on TF2, although I might do one. Okay, next guy. What were your thoughts of the early access to PVZ3, and do you think they should try to remake it? Well, they are remaking it. Now that original pre-alpha that they had, definitely not a fan. Did not feel like a PVZ game, didn't really feel like any kind of like fun game. Now, I haven't really been following PVZ3, but what they have right now, I mean, it definitely looks better than the original version that they were making, so hope it turns out good. And if you had to choose a world from fiction to live in, what would you choose? I'm gonna say SpongeBob. Why? Well, I could finally know what the Krabby Patty tastes like. Always looks so delicious, always want to have one. What's your TF2 main? Well, hence my profile picture, it is the Heavy. Alright, now this next guy here, he asked quite a few questions, so let's just go through all of them. Favorite PVZ plant? A wintermelon. What editing software do you use? I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Do you have OnlyFans? I do not. Sorry to disappoint you. What do you think of Sarma? Well, I gotta say I've never heard of that in my life. I mean, looks pretty decent from the picture you included. From which country are you from? The United States. Okay, let's move on to the next person. What do you think of Angry Birds? I like Angry Birds. I haven't really played like that many Angry Birds games, but I definitely used to play the original one on my dad's iPhone 1 like all the time. Definitely a fun game. Who inspired you to be a YouTuber? Well, I got a couple people. So one, my personal favorite YouTuber right now is Scott the Woz. I think his videos are always consistently funny, entertaining, informative, every second of them. So I hope that one day my videos will be able to be like that as well. And then another channel would be After Breakfast. Now you might not have heard of him. He is a TF2 YouTuber, so if you don't watch TF2 videos, then you wouldn't know about him. But basically, TF2 and PVZ, they're kind of similar in a way. Both have been out for quite some time, not exactly getting any new content. So people on YouTube are like, well, there's nothing else to talk about, everything's already been done. But this guy, he always comes up with new and interesting ideas for TF2 videos, and they're always really fun to watch. So that's the kind of thing that I'm trying to do with PVZ on this channel. Next questions. Now that you got YouTube partner, do you consider full-time if you're not already? Well, I'm definitely not full-time right now. In fact, you look at the next question, what is the reasoning for slow uploads? If I was full-time, then that would not be the case. However, I am planning on speeding up the uploads now that I'm more into YouTube. But am I considering full-time? Let's answer that first. So I don't really plan on doing YouTube full time. I mean, if I like somehow just got enough views and subscribers that I could do it full time, then I mean, sure, I don't have a problem with that. But I just don't think that's a realistic goal, so I'm not gonna actively like aim for that. But yeah, the reasoning for slow uploads, like you were asking, I just was kind of either lazy or busy, or didn't really feel like making a video. But you know, I'm a lot more motivated right now, so I'm gonna try to speed the uploads way up. Okay, we have another guy who asked a bunch of questions, so let's get into them. What's the story behind your profile picture? Well, I mean, it's nothing that interesting. So like I was mentioning earlier, I used to make TF2 videos on this channel. And what all the TF2 YouTubers do, you get some sort of picture of your, your favorite class and their loadout. So I just had paid a guy to make one for me. And I never found a better picture to use that would be more appropriate for what my channel is now, so I keep using it. What other TDs do you like? Well, I don't play that many tower defense games. I've played BTD 6, and I'm definitely a pretty good game. I've also played Kingdom Rush, which I thought was okay. But there is one game that I used to play all the time, pretty underrated, not very well known game. It's called the Castle Doombad. It's like you play as this evil like mastermind in a castle who like kidnaps princesses, all typical evil stuff. And you gotta prevent heroes from getting into the castle and saving her. And it's really fun, and it kind of reminds me of PvZ in some ways. I think I might actually want to make a video on this game. We'll see. What do you do to celebrate Floppa Friday? Well, I don't do anything because I don't actually know what that is. But feel free to enlighten me and you know what I should be doing. Alright, channel theme is so specific. How do you feel about your little hobby, and is there anything special you want to achieve with it? And then there's actually another question that other guy who's asking a bunch of stuff asked that is kind of similar. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you still going to be doing PvZ1 content or switching it up? So, there is going to be a bit of a shift in my style of content within the next probably 1 to 2, maybe 3 years. Don't know exactly. I think that it's still going to be the kind of stuff that'll be interesting to like my current fans, but I'll also be able to attract a wider audience. So I've got pretty big plans there. Now I can't reveal the details, but eventually you'll see. Alright, and one more question for today. What do you think of this? I think it's time to end today's video. Anyways, like I said, that was the final question we're doing today. Thank you to all of those who asked me questions for this. And if there's anything else you want to know about me, go ahead and ask in the comments. I'll be reading all of them. But goodbye for now. I've been Extra. Have a marvelous rest of your day.